Hi everyone, and welcome to today's yoga flow for morning stiffness. So this yoga class is designed to do in the morning. We start by laying down and we end standing up, and we stretch and warm up the whole body to give you a great start into the day. So let's get started on our backs. Then bring your right knee into your chest, gently pull it in the direction of your armpit, and then we start to make circles with the foot to warm up the ankles. So draw some really nice circles with your big toe, then change direction. Great. Then bring your right hand onto your right knee, and we do big circles with the right knee to rotate the hip. Yes. And we change direction, big circles in the other way. And really move your whole hip here, make really big circles. Then come back to center, pull your right knee in, gently into your chest, extend your right arm out to the side, and then guide your right knee over to the left side for a supine twist. This is a first twist very early in the practice, so be gentle to yourself. It's okay if you can't go as deep as you would normally go. Try to bring both shoulders down on the mat. Yes. And come back to center. And we switch legs. Bring the left knee into your chest. Your right leg is extended. Gently pull the left knee in the direction of your armpit. And then start to draw big circles with your big toe. Imagine you have a little paint on your big toe and you paint these big circles. Yes. And we change direction. Maybe you hear some cracking here. And come back to center, and we continue with knee circles. Big circles with the knee. Now imagine you have the paint on your knee and you draw big circles with it. Maybe you notice that this side feels a little different than the other one, and that's totally fine. Then change direction. And come back to center, pull the left knee into the chest, extend the left arm out to the side and guide the left knee over to the right. Awesome. You can either gaze up to the ceiling or you gaze over to the left side towards your left fingers. And come back to center. Bring both of your knees into your chest. Just for a moment here, and roll from left to right. And then grab your legs behind your knees, so on your hamstrings, and start to roll back and forth. We start with really small movements and let the movements become bigger and bigger. This is a great massage for the back. And then come up seated on your mat and extend your legs in front of you. We will do a cat and cow stretch, but combine it with a forward bend. So we make the spine long and leading with the chest, and with a long and straight spine, lean forward. Maybe you can touch your toes or You can touch your ankles, whatever you reach on your legs, and then roll your spine and roll back. Inhale to reach the chest forward, grab your toes, and then slowly round the back and roll back. 3 more. Inhale to reach forward and exhale to come back. Inhale with a straight spine, then round the back and come back to your seated position. Great. Cross your legs in front of you, roll over your knees, and we come to a tabletop position. Find your table pose here first. Bring your hands down on the mat, that your middle fingers point forward. Your knees should be hip width apart. And then we sit back down into a child's pose. And inhale, come up to our table. Exhale, come back to child's pose. Inhale to table, exhale to child. 2 more. Inhale, come up to your table pose. And then we include a little wrist stretch, so you can turn your hands around as much as it feels good. So if your fingers point to the side, that's good. And if you are able, you can turn your hands all the way around and then gently, very gently, move your hips back and forth to stretch your wrists here. This at the same time feels good and feels bad, at least for me. Then turn your hands back around, come back to your normal table pose, and we include a nice adductor stretch here. So extend your left leg out to the side. Your foot is fully grounded on the floor. Make sure that the outer edge of your left foot is grounded down on the floor. And then keep your hips over your knee and stretch back and forth. So you should feel a really nice stretch in the inside of your left thigh here. Back and forth. 3 more. Can move slowly and really enjoy the stretch. If you don't feel anything here, make sure to move your hips a little bit more over to the right side. One more. Come back to center. Keep your legs as they are. And come up standing on your knee. Reach both of your arms up high. Bring the left hand down on the left leg. And then reach your right arm over your head, over to the left side for gate pose. You can always bring some padding under your knee or fold your mat up, that it feels better on your right knee. Then come back to center and come back down to your table pose. We do the same on the other side. So I walk over to the left a little bit. Bring your right foot down on the floor. Extend it out to the side. It should be at the same height as your hip is. And then slowly move your hips back and forth for this really nice stretch. 2 more. Come back to center. Stand up on your left knee. Inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale, bring the right hand down on the right knee. Inhale, reach the left arm up high first, and then bend over to the right side. So you should feel a really nice opening on the left side of the torso here. Great. Make sure to roll your ribcage open to the ceiling. Spread your ribs apart here. Really breathe into the left side of your torso. And come back to center. And come back down to your table pose. Then tuck your toes, lift your hips up high, and come to a nice downward dog. Let's make this a more dynamic dog and start to walk your dog here. So bend one knee after the other. Really take a little walk here to stretch out the hamstrings. Then find stillness here just for a moment. Let's take one deep breath together. Inhale and exhale. Then look between your hands and step your right foot to the outside of your right hand to a lizard pose. Let your hips sink down deep for a moment and step back to downward facing dog. Look forward, step the left foot forward to the outside of your left hand. Let the hips sink down to lizard pose and step back to downward facing dog. Let's do this 2 more times on each side. So step forward on the right, back to downward facing dog, step forward on the left, back to downward facing dog. 1 more, step the right foot forward and back. Step the left foot forward and back. Then look between your hands 1 more time and start to walk your hands forward in between your hands. That you come to a forward bend. Grab opposite elbows here for a moment and swing from left to right. Then let go of your elbows and slowly roll up to standing. Step your right foot over your left. Reach both of your arms up high. Grab your right wrist with your left hand and pull your right wrist over to the left side. Great. Breathe into your torso again here. Really spread the ribcage apart. Maybe you can look up to the ceiling under your arms. Great. Back to center. Grab the other wrist. Step the left foot over the right. And we bend over to the right side. Come back to center. And come to a wide-legged stand. We are almost done for today. Spread both of your arms out to the side. And we will do 1 more dynamic movement. So bring your right hand down to your left ankle or on your left knee or shin, whatever you can reach. And reach the other arm, the left arm up as high as you can. And we come back out to our stand with both arms spread apart, and then reach the left hand over to the right ankle, and the right hand reaches up. And we come back up. Let's do 3 more on each side in your own pace. One more on each side. Really enjoy this nice stretch. And we meet back up in the star pose. Your legs stay where they are, but interlace your hands behind your back. Roll your shoulders back, open up the heart, and then leading with your heart, bend forward to a wide-legged forward bend and reach your knuckles and your hands up high. Great. Relax your head down and enjoy this really nice opening of the hamstrings and the shoulders. Now slowly come up. Standing, bring your hands to your hips and either step or jump the feet together. Bring your hands to a prayer in front of your heart. Thanks for warming up with me today. Thanks for waking up with me. I see you next time. Namaste.